Uh, okay, we're live. It's 9:24 p.m. Tuesday. Will this thing wake up? Oh, good grief! It's not what I wanted. Why does this thing always have to do this? Okay, there we go. Finally get the. I see that there. Okay, great. So, fine. All right. So now, okay. So many things trying to do. So, where do I? Okay. Give me the laptop. Got it booted this time. Get this down here. Let me just kind of race through my pictures here. Okay. So this is the Hitachi Winder 80 whatever. There's the back of it. That. And here's the little green thing, the RX90. Okay. It's got batteries and it works. Okay. Here's the Sanyo MR-V8. Okay. Looks like that. And let's see. Yeah, it looks like that. That's the back of it. Whoops. Wait. And there we go. So the MR-V8. Okay. And then we go next. This is taking a picture. What happened here? Wait, no, come back. Well, okay, that's just an overview picture of it as I opened it up, okay? Why do these rotate? Can I rotate image? Yes, rotate, no. Just any direction. There we go. All right, yeah, this is important. So this is, the center of the picture here is, that's your recording bar switch. Okay. And then, can we go back a picture? I wanted to, alright, rotate image left. Great. And then go back a picture. No. Rotate image left. Why? No. Alright, well anyway. So there's the back of the full inside of this thing. I'm having so much fun here. That's the radio, okay. That's the other side. That's the view there, and it. Whoops. You can't tell, but the motor has got the belt wound around underneath the brass, so it's between the brass and the plate there. It would not rotate. And gosh. Okay, well, and here, what am I pointing to? That's some speaker wires. I'm pointing to that. I don't know why. Okay, and here's a screw that goes in that hole there. So that's why. Oops. Okay. Anyway, what the heck? I have my finger on the. Okay, wait. So the next, those are the two wires that go to the heads, okay? These are the other wires that go to the different things that this thing has. This thing has got all kinds of plugs. It's got, wait, no, okay. This is a plug for the microphones right there. This is a plug for the head. This is a plug for that. There's a plug for this, but this is the only plug you really need to be concerned about. This is the main power coming into the player if you're trying to determine if it's got power, okay? And then here is, what is this picture? This is, okay, this is taking the radio out. You have to unclip it from, let's see here. You have to unclip it from this panel here. And while I'm in here, I want to make a note of this. Let me zoom into this. Very important, right here. This right here is an idler tire, and this right here is the other idler tire, and they're both driven by the flywheel, which you cannot see. When you press fast forward or rewind, these move in and drive off of the flywheel. However, if you can see, the tires are very thin. They should be a little bit bigger and also have a more rubbery to them. But as they're very tight, they're worn down, they will not rewind or fast forward with any force. Okay, and then this big one up here, this is a cloth clutch for the play take-up reel. Okay, so this is your take-up reel, and this is your rewind wheel. Okay, and these are your fast forward and rewind either tires, and this one's belt driven to drive that. So this will move down, hit the flywheel, and then by way of a belt drive that, and then also another belt underneath here goes out to the tape counter. And this one here is for your fast wind, but both of these are bad, and that's why this won't fast forward or rewind. It will play just fine though. Okay, and that's the tuner. And that's another picture of, again, this is, wait, zoom in this way. Yeah, this is still the old motor. As you can see, it's got crud around there and the old tires and such. But these two idler tires are no good. Okay. Then we removed the underside of that, and we had to take out the two screws to this. Oh, come on. No. No. Yeah, here. Now move it over. You have to take two screws out of that to remove that, and then I put the two screws back. Anyway. And if you want to know the speakers, this has got a capacitor on it right up there. And it's a real speaker. It's not a piezo. And this is a real speaker here. It's a nominal 2 watts. I don't know the ohm rating, it's just the wattage. And this is 4 ohms at 1 watt. Okay, so, and then that's just another picture of the same thing. Okay, here's the front of the cassette deck as you have it out. Not much to see here. Just that's it. Then of course, if you're going to put deoxide on your controls, you have to take this plate off. You have to have it anyway. So then here it is taken apart. Let's see here. I had put another motor in here, right here, and discovered that this motor here, once I got all the crud out of it, I was able to make it work. So, and again, here are these two, let's see here. Right. These are your two idler tires. As you can see, this is where the shaft goes in for the flywheel, and it's gear driven. And then that gear driven drives the take-up wheel, which then has a cloth clutch. So it's going to last the life of the lifetime. But these wear out. This is your fast forward, and that's your rewind. And they're just need to be replaced if you want to fast forward or rewind. So I don't have those parts. I could get them, but I've got so many tape decks. Okay, so there's another view of that. And then here I'm just showing the wires that goes to the motor and where they solder on the underside of the board, which is right, the black wire and the white wire. That's where they go, just in case I needed it. Another view of the same thing. Okay. Then here I'm just showing that's all I needed to make. Okay, wait, let me zoom into this. Okay. Can't tell, maybe. Well, the motor is running. Wait. Well, you can't tell, but the motor is running. Okay. What I'm showing here is that all you need is just this. You just need that set of wires, that main set of wires right there to power this to make the motor run. So if you got down into here and you have your, I don't ever show it, but okay. then what? So here I cleaned it, right? So once again, this is the original motor cleaned, right there, nice and clean. Okay. And here I already mounted the auxiliary motor, but didn't need it, so I took it back out. So here it is. Here's the old motor, or the motor I was going to put in, but here it is. The original motor put back in with a brand new belt, new belts all around. This is before I found out the idler tires are bad. So this got a just showing that there's a good tension on that belt. Okay. And then here I cleaned the speakers. So this one's cleaned. Okay. I clean the inside, and then here this one is dirty. See, it's got dirt, so that one was cleaned. This has got dirt in it. That's about all we know there. Alright, so this is a picture of, let's see here, whoops, no wait, no. This is a picture of, oh wait, no, wrong, okay. Well, this is a picture of the motor. I was looking for the speed control, it does not have one. But my aftermarket motors do. Okay, so anyway, and we're back to that. So now, let's see here. So now, it don't matter. Just close the laptop. We don't need it. Okay, I showed my pictures. So now take this thing and wide it out. Right, wide it out. Okay, so put it down there. Here is the MR-V8, all right? So we put it on, it's plugged, let's see here. It's plugged in, let's see here. I know you can't see that. It says MR-V8 right there. I have the battery cover, it's just over here somewhere. It's over here so anyway, but, okay, so, oops. Okay, so here's my tape, right? Tape in, hit play, wrong button. That's fast forward, it won't fast forward, okay, let me show that. And it won't rewind, but it'll play. Sounds really good for the tape deck. So there's that, the volume. I know you can't hear the balance, but there's the balance. And this is, okay, and then flip it over to radio, see. Comes to stereo. It's FM wireless, we're not doing that. AM doesn't seem to work. I don't know what's wrong with AM, but we got stereo tuning and all that. Okay, so alright, so going back to tape. Sounds great. Okay. So the only problem is the music search. Wait. You have it on music search, you go to rewind, we won't do it because the idler tires are shot. Okay, so then of course if you need to rewind your tape, you got to get out your handy dandy one of these things right here. Here it is. It's the LOD Hitachi tape winder. You just drop your tape on here and you rewind. Isn't that cool? I like that. When it gets to the end, it stops automatically. Right about there. Okay. And you're done. Real nice. And then of course, like I said, we got this here. Here's this little thing here. What is it? Open the door. Take the tape. Drop it in. It's on tape, which is the bottom switch. But you push it up, you get AM.
Have very opinion. meaning that no one understood the heart of youth in the United States.
Or if you hit play, I'm going to let it start because I just rewound the tape. So you can run the volume up. Okay, so anyway, and then of course you can whoops, you can hear it. All right, and then of course, let's see. So there's that. Or here's this thing. And then we have a, okay, well no, first let me get this one here. Alright, so here is the, what is this? This is the Sanyo M7850K. Alright, and it looks like that. We got to get the power cord from here because I only have so many power cords. Okay, so get that, this in here, like that. Where's my tape? Tape's in here, right? This tape out of here, this tape in here, put that tape in there, put this in here. Yeah, that's right, it goes this way. Okay. And there like that, hit play. Do the program thing, and this one will, whoops, wait, this one will, okay, wait, this will rewind, but it will not fast forward, which means that, anyway, so you can hit play, you got your music search thing, so hit rewind, it comes back and starts playing again, okay, and so that's how that works, and then we got the radio. Okay, the radio works. Anyway, and then let me just unplug this and get this thing out of my way. Okay, and then we have this one over here. Okay, yeah. There it went. Very durable. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, I just dropped it, right? So here, let's size is this side. Okay, so yeah. Still works. Takes a beating and keeps on ticking. Never how it goes. Stop, eject, get your tape out. Alright, so there's that. And then this one is here. That over there. There we go. But this over there too. Okay. And then here's this. This has batteries in it. It's got tape in it too. So let's hit play. Here, you know what that sounds like. Let's keep playing this tape here. Okay, so and this one is that, but this will fast forward. See, real fast forward. So if you wait, I don't play. This don't have the switch. So do that. You know, that's anyway, not the best system in the world, but okay, there it goes. So that works.
Bass runner as the wave.
Radio.
Jonah Hyde is going to pinch hit.
So that's all I know. So we've got a, so can we stack them? We have the, well, okay, got to play with this stuff. Okay, put that down, put that down. This down here, come on. All right, there, that's like that, right? So here's this one. This is not going to stack real well. Nope. Well, okay. Here's that and that, and then here's, okay, and then here's this one. So this has got the gold keys. This one has the gold keys, and this one doesn't have any gold keys. Right, so no gold keys. It's your V8. This is, I'm confused now which one that is. Let's see here. That's the 7900K right there. Okay, so the 7900K, the 7850K, and the V8. So, alright. Okay, and then I have a blue one. I have a blue V8 coming. It's here soon, so. Alright, so. And there was one more that came with the V8, the V8 and something else, I can't remember, it's in the other room. I'll repair that next, I guess, but just go here. So here, where's the star? The star is, okay, wait, I know what we do. We do it like this, we can put this one here, right? Put this here, put that there we go. And then this is, okay, there we go, yay, now I can stack them. Got that? Alright, so, yeah, you can't really see that one, so, there, can you see it now? Okay, great, so I'm having too much fun here, let me just grab the camera off the tripod. Okay, fine. Alright, so, there we are, hopefully, yeah, 20 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed. Alright, so, gotta go, thanks for watching. And, you know, if you gotta rewind your tapes, you gotta get one of these, like this, and just throw it on there, and that's how it works. Until it goes to the end and stops. So it's been almost 22 minutes. Thanks for watching. Good day. Bye-bye. Gotta go. Will it finish? Will it stop? Will it rip it out of the leader? Well, I do have it on low. And if you wanted to, you know, clean your mold off your tapes, you could just do the, oops, you could just do that and clean your mold off your tapes. Okay, so, yeah, for those that are moldy. Anyway, runs on 4 AA batteries. And that was it. Yay, we're all done. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Good night. Power button, here it is.